This conference will now be recorded.
Got her.
Yep. All right, great. Okay, we're calling to order. We do the roll call. Someone want to move for adoption of the April 15th meeting agenda?
I'll make a motion to accept the
I'll move.
agenda.
Second,
Second.
all in favor, just wave your hands. Okay, great. Period of public expression. We don't have any guests, do we?
Nope.
No, great. Okay. Approval of the minutes from the March 18th, 2021 meeting. We have a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second, we have a second. Someone just wave a hand. Okay, good. Melissa. Okay, all in favor, just wave. Great.
I'll
Okay,
second.
we're good. Okay, fine. Manifest number 11. Other questions? Any questions? Okay, in that case, can we have
Cut
a
and dry.
can we have a motion?
Yeah.
I'll make
Okay,
a motion
second.
to accept them.
A second? Someone wave. Okay, all in favor, just wave. Good. Okay, thank you. Financial report, any questions? Can we have a motion? Motion to approve? I feel like an auctioneer. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, great. And a second, somebody wave their hand.
No question.
Okay, great. Okay, all in favor? Great, okay. Old business, we have a board member vacancy.
Yeah, and I guess we tabled that, 2 meetings ago, 2 months ago, and so we wanted to bring that up now. And I guess the question for the board is whether they want us to go forward and, try to get a candidate, or still table that for later, or what you guys want to do.
Okay. Anybody, any feelings about that? We have 8, we usually have 9. So we're 1 short.
My only thing on that would be, we're going to go through this mediation process. Do we want to take someone new and either throw them into that or exclude them? From that standpoint, I'd be wary of taking someone. On the other hand, I don't know that we have anything in place if we ended up with a 4-4 tie on a vote. Well, I'm not sure what we would do in that case. That'd be my only trepidation, I guess.
Anybody else? Any other? No one else has an opinion. So Paul, is that for it or against it? Should we,
Well,
is it for a
it's
candidate
kind of both.
or do you want to hold it? The motion to hold?
I
Or do
get
we
this,
want-
at this point, I would vote to hold it. I don't know, see how everybody else feels.
Okay,
But I guess, do we have a way if we end up with a tie? Break the tie? Does anybody
no. I don't
have an
think,
idea about that?
so we don't have a way.
Coin flip?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. So-
Normally, if there's a 4-4 tie in any circumstance, then a motion is defeated or whatever it is. So I'm guessing that's pretty much what would happen. So
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, why we have 9 is the number to break that. So
Right.
Right.
Is there anybody who feels we should be out looking for another candidate at this point? Okay, so should we hold it off for another month? 2 months? Can I?
Let's
Sure,
We
hold,
can talk about it. We can talk about it every month, I guess.
All right, do you want to hold it off for a month? Do we want to rediscuss it in May? Do you want to make a motion to have it on the agenda for May?
I'll make
I'll
a
make
motion to table it until May.
Okay, so second, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor? just wave. Okay, Seth, so we'll revisit it next month, Seth. Okay, construction grant 2022. So we have a list of, well, 18 items, but 2 of them are really done. And the question is, do we want to apply for grants for any of these 16 items? Seth, do you have any idea of how much money is available or how much we possibly could get?
Oh, yeah, gosh, Steve sent out an email and now I can't remember, because I don't know if the budget's been passed yet or not. I think it would be more than what the system got last year, but I don't think it's the 34 million that we'd gotten previous years, and that would have still been like $1 million for the system. So, but none of these projects are that big. So I'm guessing anything that we really wanted to do or that would qualify as a construction grant, they'd probably have the money available this year. So,
Okay, good. So it would be, one project would be doable.
yeah, definitely, for sure.
Does anybody feel strongly for one project or another?
I kind of like the idea of remodeling the Scott room. It seems like that room gets a lot of use. I don't know, Seth, what's your feeling on that?
I like that too. I can't talk. I would definitely do the bathroom. I don't know if we could do that in conjunction with the Scott room remodel, but a bathroom downstairs. I know it wasn't listed that we listed as a strategic plan goal, but I know when we did the survey and asked folks what they'd like to see, a downstairs bathroom was one of the responses, probably a couple of times, amongst obviously parents with children doing story times or the crafting programs down there. So yes, I would love to do the Scott room. Definitely should be done as soon as we can. I would definitely do a bathroom potentially first, get that done, or do the Scott room in conjunction with the bathroom.
I mean, I was thinking doing them together, making that part of the remodel, adding the bathroom. I mean, because the Scott room stuff is more cosmetic, right? I mean, it's definitely needed.
Right.
But the bathroom would be the actual real construction, right?
Right. And depending where I was thinking the location of it would be, Jen, would be right outside the Scott room door where the coat rack is downstairs. So the one closest right to the door.
Right
It might be
rooms.
yeah, across from the meeting room. So it might kind of be touching the Scott room. I mean, basically, I had Rob look at that space, and again, it would kind of push back into the Friends book sale room, kind of the book sale room, obviously. And I think just a rough estimate would be like 15 to 20,000 for a bathroom. You'd have to put a special pump, because you're pumping waste up and out and kind of stuff like that. You wouldn't be able to dig, through the ground and out, outside the library. That would be much, much harder. So yeah, I think it could be possible for sure. The Scott room, I don't know, obviously the paneling and, again, like a interactive display like we're putting upstairs could be done. Obviously there's heating and stuff like that. It has heating panels now. I don't know if that's like a standard thing now in buildings that you have heating panels. I've never heard of anything like that, but we have to turn on the heating panels when we want heat. So there might be like AC and stuff included in that, putting AC and heat down there would be nice, especially when we have like early voting. We had no air down there or anything like that, and people were getting really hot being in that room. And I know the staff say in the summer it's really, really bad down there to do programming because you don't have any ventilation. So I would love to do that, and I think that would be a great project to try to do.
Whatever we do, I would like to do something inside the building if we could. I mean, we did the parking lot and the roof, which were definitely priorities, but it would be nice to do something that people might notice a little more as an interior of the library project.
Right. I mean, we're seeing that at other libraries. I know Binghamton's doing a lot indoor floor and carpeting, other type of things. Obviously, I don't know if you guys seen what Vestal's doing, but They've done a whole interior kind of touch up again, so that Paul was on the news a couple of times. So yeah, it's important, and again, it's good reasons. Obviously you want to have a nice, fresh, clean look if we can. So it looks like it's from 1967, so it's people notice. So yeah,
If we wait much longer, it might come back into style. So I don't know.
it could, maybe that's a thing, retro, but I don't know. Shag carpet, we could put some in there.
That's how we do my house, but I don't suggest doing it for public space. So does anybody have another suggestion, or do we want to look at those two items? Does someone want to propose before we propose those two items? Does anybody have another item they'd like to look at for construction? Okay, so Jen, do you want to make a proposal for the bathroom and the Scott room?
I mean, I do. I said this last month and I'll say it again. If there was a way to do the ADA compliant circ desk, I would put that before the Scott room, but I don't think there's a way we can do it with construction grant funds. So knowing what I know about the construction grant, I think that the Scott room and the bathroom is doable. So I would propose that, I guess. But, I'd rather see the upstairs, but I don't think we can do it with the construction grant funds.
Okay, good. Is there a second for that? Do we have a second?
This is the bathroom downstairs next to the Scott room?
The bathroom downstairs and the Scott room.
Yeah, okay.
So you're seconding, Emily?
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor? Just wave. Okay, good. So the bathroom downstairs and the Scott room it is. Page vacancies, Seth, you're asking for approval of 1 or 2 page positions so that you don't have to wait until next month's meeting. Can we have a motion for that? Motion? Paul, is that you?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, can we get a second? A second. Thank you. Okay, all in favor? Great. Okay, fine. Okay, new business, the tax cap document, that's already been, I'm sorry.
We skipped the summer newsletter review.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to hear what I know we're not doing what we've done past years, or are we? Seth, could you explain that one a little bit?
Yeah, there's obviously not as many programs going on as in previous years, of course, with COVID, just trying to work with performers and other things. Again, keeping the regulations with what they are right now. We're not going to really break from those social distancing and other thing. If we start doing that outside, why aren't you doing it inside? Why aren't we, we're able to do all these type of things. So we're still having some programs, definitely, just not as many. And, this newsletter is to really highlight some of the services that we have too, the fact that we are reopened. I think there's a lot of people still that might not know that we are reopened. We've been open, obviously, since last June. So this is what this newsletter is trying to do, is just try to highlight what service we have, obviously talk about summer reading a little bit, but do those two things kind of the best that we can. So, that's why, you saw the template there. There's not, it's not like, but
Not to stray off on that, but 2 weeks ago, I think a week or two, maybe not even 2 weeks ago, on the news, they said there was a big thing. The Vesta Library has reopened. I didn't understand what that was. Weren't they open all along like us, or?
Yeah.
What was that about? Do you know?
I don't know. No, they've been open. They've been open. So that was kind of weird, but that was a little weird. I don't know why they did that, but there are people who come in sometimes. They're like, "Oh, we didn't know you were open." So it's like, well, we, on Facebook, and we're doing all these things. I don't know. People don't know, but this reaches obviously every Town of Union voter, every person in the Town of Union. So if people by chance don't use our Facebook and don't use our website or other things like that, other social media, Instagram, they will know now, right? So it's a good point to do that. The newsletter will kind of be traditionally, I'm going to do like a show and tell. I'm not a children's librarian, so it will be kind of like what we had last year. So it'll be folded in this type of booklet format is what we're guessing. And then, we have our side, and then YHPL will have their information, and then have some information on the back. And then again, you guys saw the information. This is our side, and then this will be their side. I'm gonna tell Sarah Jo and Aaron that they do a good job in their story times because I'm not good at this. So yeah, so you can kind of just see it'll just open like that and fold and then go right in their mailbox. It's a good decent size. Like we didn't want to do one that was really big. But we'll have to look once JC gets their kind of portion created of what they want to put on it. And we already have ours, obviously. We'll just go to like Curcio or some other printing company and see how much it's going to cost. Last time, 2 years ago, the postage. Okay. So the total postage was $5,797.10. And we had 60% of that share. We always pay 60% of the postage cost. So we paid $34.78.26. So, you know, I'm sure postage has gone up in 2 years as well. Mail the same similar size flyer. So I don't know if that's something you guys want to approve ahead of time or just to know. I mean, as soon as they get their content into the newsletter, like I said, we'll go right to a printing company and try to get it printed. And I think the earlier we can get it out, the better. We obviously try to shoot for Memorial Day to have it out Memorial Day weekend, somewhere around there.
What's the mailing list again? What's the mailing list comprised of, or what's it taken from again?
It's all town of Union, you know, all JC, Endicott, you know, Endwell area. So we mail it out to everybody.
It's not based on library users, it's everyone.
No, nope. It's every resident gets one. So that's why it's great. It reaches everybody.
Okay.
Costs a lot.
I mean, I think it's worth it, especially this year, because I think you're right. I think people aren't sure what's going on, and people maybe are looking for more things to do as the summer approaches. So I just remember a couple years ago, printing it ended up being way more expensive. I mean, we kind of know about the postage,
Right.
and then of course we didn't have one. So, but I just was wondering if you had any idea about the printing. This isn't maybe as elaborate as the one from a couple years ago.
Yeah, we won't know until it's again finalized and we have the size and take it to, no, I think it's 11 by 17 paper, and we're kind of just making into the booklet like we have, but we won't know until we get it finalized and take it to somebody. The good thing is we're doing it in-house, obviously, so we've just designed it all and done all that work. Excuse me, so we don't have to pay anybody, and so that's good. So maybe that'll cut down on something too. But yeah, I guess we
I
won't
think
know.
we can just wait until it's
Seth,
finalized.
maybe you can suggest.
What?
Maybe you can suggest to Ben that rather just arbitrarily doing 60/40, we ought to prorate it based on the number of signatures each library got during the last petition. Prorate it that way. Might be fairer.
That's a very good idea. I don't think they go for it, but it is a good idea.
I don't know about that.
At least tell them the board brought that up.
I will. I'll send them the link. No, yeah. So you know, again, yeah, there's more people in Endicott and Endwell and not obviously Johnson City. So must be in the bigger library.
That's true. That's
more
true.
users. So I mean, that's the fairness there. But we'll look. Yeah, we could wait, Jen, if you want to. The next meeting right is the 20th. So I'm sure if we get it figured out we should have enough time. Hopefully they'd be able to print it the following week or so. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. And if you did decide, say, yeah, we'll just print it whatever cost it is, since we're already crafting and doing it. But maybe you guys want to see it, or just decide then. That's okay too.
No, at work we use Bob Carr a lot for printing. I don't know if maybe just as another option.
Yeah, we usually get a couple of quotes from Bob Carr and from Curcio.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. We used them at EJ 20 years ago. I mean, they're good.
So we'll shop around.
Okay, should we wait until we have a price?
Yeah, I'm just gonna I'll bring it up and we'll get a price, and that's fine. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so we'll do that in May.
Yep.
Great. Okay, new business, tax cap document review. I know that's been filed, but are there any questions for Seth about that? None? Okay, the second item, National Library Week
This is
response.
pretty much a procedural thing.
Yeah, it's just procedural. We don't override the tax cap unless we're, going for the vote, so that's the only time we really need to override. So it's just, here's the form. They give us the numbers from the town of Union, we plug them in and that's it. So, yep.
Okay.
Sorry, can we just go back to the page vacancies? Who seconded the vote? I have George's making the motion.
Oh, I think it was me.
Okay, that's what I had. Okay.
You. It was
Thank
you. It was you. Okay, good.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, National Library Week. Seth, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, just wanted to send those out to you, so you guys could kind of see what people had to say in response. We ran a little competition, again, gave people a chance to win some library swag there. So we had one of our tote bags, coffee cup and those type of things. So really good responses about the library, what people really liked, what they found valuable, curbside. The children's librarians were mentioned a couple of times. I told Sarah Jo, well, I guess they got a couple of good votes. So yeah, it was really good. We got staff and curbside, and so all those things. It was a good mix. It seems like everybody is well aware. Down in the catalog, interlibrary loan, they're really aware of what's available. So I was really happy to see those responses, and it was really positive. So
It was really well done. I don't have Facebook, but I followed it on Instagram, and just the branding using the library logo colors and the library logo, it was really well done. I'm assuming that was probably Aaron, but
yep. Oh,
very,
yeah.
very nice, cohesive. I kind of looked forward to seeing it whenever she was posting. So really great job. Very, very professional.
Yep. So very happy with the responses, and like I said, that's something to really put a feather in our cap. I think people really like our staff. People who come here. Obviously, Children's does a great job. They run a lot of programs, but like I said, even collection, being able to find new books was mentioned, and so it means we're doing the right things all the way around. And so that's what I was really happy for. Wasn't just one thing. So it's many.
Seth, can I ask a question along those lines? I saw there was a event or whatever where you could pick up all the supplies to do a craft. So how does something like that come about? Like, is it just something you would have normally done in-house with a group, but instead they're just packaging it up?
You can, but there are other libraries who do make and take kind of crafts just for parents on the go, or don't have a lot of time to, or don't want to sit at the library to do things. I've done them in other libraries I worked at too, just kind of a make and take. It's just something simple, you have it even sometimes displayed on a table, somebody sees it, and obviously normal times you see, oh, this looks fun, I could put this together, and they kind of take it home with them. So but it's very useful, yes, when you have COVID-19.
Seth, what is our capacity limit now? Is it still 50%?
I think it's 25 still. It's 25. And
25.
To be honest,
and that, no one heard that shit, because I heard that restaurants are gone to 75 or something, but they're not doing anything about libraries picking it up.
Yeah, I mean,
has that been an issue? Have you had to turn anybody away? I guess let me ask you that.
No, we haven't had to turn anybody away. And in our capacity, the rules apply. But to be honest, if we use the capacity numbers for upstairs, which would be probably at least a couple hundred, right? And we know downstairs, just the Scott room alone is 100, let alone, downstairs with other room, with the friends, with the book sale room. Our capacity would probably be 400 to 500 people, I'm sure, in the building. Tech center, obviously upstairs too, right? So somebody said just based on our capacity, it would be, 25% would be 100 to 200 people probably pretty easily. So we're not going to reach that number really ever. Yeah, we haven't had to turn anyone away. The numbers have been steady. We're seeing 100 to 25, 100 to 50 plus people a day. So, it's 20 plus an hour pretty much on average. Not as busy as it used to be, obviously, but like I said, as we start to ease COVID restrictions and we try to get, time limits up, people can be in the library an hour maybe and use the computers longer and do those other type of things, more people will show up. So it's kind of, we're managing things with what we're doing, basically, with the rules we're implementing. It's working out, is what I would say. Nobody's feeling overwhelmed. Nobody's feeling there's too many people. Yep.
Okay, sure.
And that was all I had. The building improvements, I just wanted to run back to just Frank quickly. So again, I get a lot of things on the list there that we didn't talk about. One of the things was the tree removal. I had the village come over to do the trees, cut them back away from the roof. Obviously, before they came and did the roof, I didn't want branches and limbs falling on our new roof. That would have really made me upset, or will make me upset. And they noticed a couple of the trees are really pretty dead. There's one kind of, when you come in one of the entrances, that is a really large tree that we'll have to take down. And the village obviously said they can't do it. It's a massive tree. It's like one of the probably trees that were here when the property was first set up. And it's like 100 feet tall or something ridiculous. And he said it probably, rough estimate just from what he could think was like probably $8,000 to remove this one tree. So, that's not going to be covered under a grant. It said it was safety. The bark is removed from the tree. So it's something, these things we should start really trying to look at, do if we can do it. Safety obviously is important. So generators and other things I think are important too, but I just would like the board, like I said, to think about maybe there, again, at least one construction grant project we're doing a year, and then maybe one other non-construction grant project we're doing a year, just to try to cut down that list. And I know, again, Ed started that list and I've just kind of added on to it, but we'll just always keep adding more and more things as things age out and get older. One of the things I'm going to be working on in the next couple of months is a facilities maintenance plan. We don't have one. We don't really have something that lists how old some of our systems are, our AC and our heating and furnace and these type of things. And once we have that plan, we can kind of use that, obviously in unison with the budget, and it'll help us craft our long range plan. So we'll know, okay, our next long range plan is coming up, 5 years. So what are the things we're looking to do based on the facilities, based on the needs of the community? Okay, that's how we get to our budget, and that's how we get to our long range plan, by using those documents. So they're kind of just living, breathing documents. So, but that will be coming. I just wanted to let you know that too. Go ahead, Paul.
One other item on that list, number 6, was replace the magnolia tree in front of the children's room. I wonder if there's any local nursery that would be willing to make a donation.
Could be
to the library or something like that, and put something in. I don't know how we would fill them out, but I don't think that would be, for them that big a deal. And maybe they'd want the publicity to go in their, in our newsletter and something. And maybe if there's a way to fill them out, maybe that's something worth going after. Doesn't sound like it'd be a big thing.
Yep. Yeah. So, and that's what I loved about the list, right? There's a range of items. Everything is not a, we got rid of the parking lot and the roof that are, these $100,000 projects. Hopefully there's not a lot more of those, right? So there's hopefully things that are less, $50,000 and less type of projects. And maybe, like I said, do a couple a year and just work at it, That was it.
Okay, do we have other business? Okay, then we have a motion to enter executive session.
I'll make a motion.
Second. Good. Okay. All in favor, just wave. Okay. We have the Zoom. You've sent us the Zoom, Jen?
I haven't sent it, but I will.
Okay. All right.
Seth, what is our plan? Do we come back then to adjourn the
All right.
meeting?
So what, we just leave this meeting?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll hang out here, and Jen, when you guys are done, just text me and I'll come back on, and
Okay.
you guys can adjourn. Yep.
I'll text you.
Who seconded the executive session?
I did. Sorry, I was muted.
No, you're fine.
And everybody else waved their hand, Emily.
Yep.
Okay. So we come out of this meeting completely, and go back
Yeah.
into,
Yeah, everybody except Seth, I guess. And then I'll have Seth when we're coming back.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll stay here. So.
okay,
All right.
Okay.
Email everyone.
all right,
right.
thank
Yep.
you.
Okay.
Made it.
I set the meeting for 2 hours, so I was kind of worried it was going to end at 9. I don't know what happened.
We'll make it.
We got it.
We're 3 minutes in. We're good.
Yep. You got a motion to return to the regular meeting and leave executive session.
Motion to return to the regular.
I'll second.
Second. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll
We have a
second.
Second. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Adios.